I want to challenge you to think about your life in a different way. If you stripped away all of the moments where you made a decision that was based on what somebody else would think, how would that have changed the decision you made? Because a lot of us make decisions based on what someone else, visible or invisible, real or not real in our life. And then we follow that path almost unconsciously, not realizing how much it's harming our authentic nature and our true purpose for our life. It's misdirecting us and misguiding us in places that we were never meant to be because we're so focused on that other person instead of ourselves. These imaginary people and rules that come up of, I should be doing this, or I shouldn't be doing this, or I think if I do this, then they will be happy. Or if I don't do this, somebody will disapprove, reject, or abandon me. If we pause all of that noise and we look inward, and the only voice we listen to is the one inside of us, the one that says, I am capable, I have wisdom, and I know. It's usually fighting from underneath a pile of other systems and information that have buried it a long time ago. Judgments, shame, a collective voice that was never ours. So I want to challenge you to lean fully into that authentic place where you can't help but smile inside and know it's almost rebellious because you're not listening anymore to the collective voice or the systems that you were given to tell you what you should be doing. It won't matter to you anymore because what you should be doing is allowing yourself to live out your purpose, to feel freedom in your own body, to feel safe in your own body. So many of us stay in relationships and careers and paths that don't feel fulfilling, they don't feel safe, and they don't feel good because we're so worried about what someone else will think. What if I left medical school early because I hate it? What if I didn't stay in this career and then people will question why I left? Truly, the brave ones leave the things that other people expect of them, and they do something so radical and so different. At first, they're told they're crazy, but then people sit back and admire their work, what they're doing, their bravery. This is building your character. This is building your self-trust, being self-led and letting your inner authority take you on the path that you were meant to be on instead of trying to be malleable and bend to other people's desires for you. One of my favorite golden rules for any decision I'm making, if I'm allowing anyone else's opinion in, I have to respect and admire that person's opinion, and I had to ask for it. I don't take other people's judgments or opinions, and especially if I do not look at their life and admire it. It hurts us over and over and over again. It creates pain in our body every time we listen to someone else's judgment that we don't admire. It's saying, I devalue myself. I don't trust myself at all to know what I need and want. I'll just trust this other person whose life I don't admire, whose opinion I wouldn't take unless if they just gave it to me. Unless if you would pay for that person's opinion or sacrifice something and you really admire them, it's not worth listening to, no matter if they're family or a loved one. I want to challenge you to dive deeper into this pathway of self-trust. Join me in the 30-day challenge. This is where you get to rewire your nervous system, to trust it, to know why your brain has been guiding you astray so many times, why you don't trust yourself, and why it's so valuable for you to align with it so you can live out your purpose and fulfillment and joy. And I wouldn't be serving you if I didn't invite you to this. Join me in the Self-Trust Challenge, and I'll see you soon.